Guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a what's in my gym bag. I thought it would be kind of like nice, useful to some of you to kind of like see what is in my gym bag and why I use it or why I have it. So the stuff that I'm going to be showing you guys is mainly for like powerlifting or like just lifting in general. All of the stuff that I'm going to show you is very handy and helps me for my or during my training. Oh, all right. This is a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna tell you guys that right now. This is my gym bag. It's very big. It's very heavy. It has a lot of stuff in it. So I won't carry all of this stuff with me every single time I pull up to the gym. Obviously, I leave what I don't need, on certain days like bench, deadlift, squat. On squat days, my gym bag is very heavy. On deadlift days, just carry around, like my basics and my belt. I don't really need much for deadlift. So first off, I'm gonna start off with the shoes. I don't use these on a regular. It's very rare that I use them, but I'm going to be showing you guys my squat shoes. They're kind of dirty, I'm sorry. They are the Legacy Lifters. These are really nice, very comfortable. I do have the Romelio 3s, I believe, or are they the 2s? I don't know. I first started using squat shoes because I was someone who was very comfortable with depth, at least, and didn't know how to figure out depth, or I was just very all over the place with my squat stance and stuff like that. These were very good and useful to me. They still are, especially on days where I need like some sort of like a workaround, or just on certain days I will use them, but like I said, it's not very often that I do because my coach makes me use flats for the most part for deadlift and squat, especially deadlifts. I used to deadlift in bands, but my coach told me a very, 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 very good point as to why I shouldn't be. So back then when I used to deadlift with bands, I did get a lot of back strains, and now that I've been deadlifting in flats, I felt so much better. I felt so more grounded and just planted when I deadlift. I didn't feel any more strain in the back. I also struggled with sciatica, which was a really, really painful and stressful injury. This is obviously a nerve, and that nerve will radiate down your leg, up your back, and it's very painful, but it's honestly a very fast injury to recover from, at least with all the research and like months of just having to deal with it. I've discovered like ways to get rid of it and stuff like that, and my coach really helped me get through it as well. Things that I didn't realize he pointed out for me, and he's really helped me a lot. With my sciatica, I do sometimes get like little pains in the back of my head, but it's never like it comes back, so thank God for that. So the shoes that I use, they're the Adidas HVCs, but we know them as the Flex ones. They are a very affordable shoe, and my coach has a video about like the different types of shoes that you want to be using like for your lifting up in his YouTube channel, so I'll probably try to link that down below so that you guys can check it out. Yeah, so that's the shoes. Okay, so the next item that I'm going to be showing you guys is my knee sleeves. So I've had the MB Slingshot knee sleeves, and they just aren't good. They're not very reliable. They'd constantly tear on me. They'd rip. The cushioning would just kind of like split apart, and it'd just be like all over the place. These are just so good. Okay, let me just tell you, I've had these for about, these are new pairs as of October, and just look at these, look, it's just, do you guys see? You guys see, it looks like I just got them. Let me flip them inside out so you guys can see. So seam is still intact. It has, I like this seam because the MB Slingshot ones were on each side, and they just rip and undo, and yeah, so I really love SBD's knee sleeves. They're really supportive, they're comfortable. I've tried sizing down in these, and it'd go up, but my circulation would be cut off within the next 5 minutes, and I'd be in agony. So if you think you can withstand getting your circulation cut, then by all means size down, but I've tried it and it hurts. So I can only do a size small for now. I don't know. Yeah. And then I will be showing you guys the SBD wrist wraps that I have. I did not purchase these. My friend gave these to me. Alma, thank you. I love you. She gave me her wrist wraps, and like before she gave them to me, I'd always be going up to her and be like, Alma, can I borrow your wrist wraps? You know, cause like, dude, like when she let me try them, they're just so good. First off, look at how long they are, okay? Second off, they're stretchy. Like, you guys see how stretchy they are? You know? And I think she's had these for like 3-4 years too. And just, you guys see how good they still are. They're kind of dirty because of chalk and whatnot, but yeah. So I'm gonna demonstrate you guys how like I'd put them on and like how far they go. Because some wrist wraps are very, very tiny and barely wrap around your hand. But yeah, so this is the SBD stretchy wrist wraps, not the stiff. Yeah, so in our federation for competing, they don't let us put the little loopy thingy through our thumb. So we just, well, I take my hand, I hold the edge like so, and then you just kind of pull it, right? And then wrap it around. Do the last one, but then you just stick it. And then a lot of people just put them on like this. I don't leave it like this. What I do is I grab section, just pull it so that the side of my hand feels nice and loose. I still have that support, but it's like in a more comfortable position, you know? Yeah, because if not, then I can't really use my grip at its best. I do loosen it, and then if I have to tighten it, then I will. That won't really do anything to that side, but this side will at first be very, very like just crammed if you leave it at the first wrap. I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope you guys understand me. I am very bad at explaining things. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that's the wrist wraps. So next thing, I will be showing you guys my SBD belt. Now, let me just tell you guys, I love my SBD belt. But I will say it is very, very expensive, but it is so useful. SBD is the only company that has a belt like this. Pioneer, I know that they came out with a latch that is like customizable, or like the size, like you can customize it instead of like having to constantly unscrew to reset the lever. But SBD, so what it is here you have the lever, right? And then here you have the holes. So you can put it to whatever tightness you want. So if you want that size, you can do that, and it locks like that. Even more tighter, you know, and then locker. I really love SBD. This belt, you know, on squat, I tighten it very tight. On deadlift, I tighten it very loose. Tighten it very loose. I have it loose. So this is so, so convenient. It's just, if you take powerlifting seriously and you don't have this, what are you doing? Y'all need to get your hands on them. They save you time. I think they'll save you money, because some lever belts, you know, just wear after time. The lever beats up and stuff. But this guy has been through some beating, and I've had it for a good 8 months, and it's still really stiff and basically new. Like, this is such a good belt. Yeah, that's the only color you can get. They do come in different sizes. I think they come in like the most smallest and the most largest sizes. So that's really nice of SBD to have a very wide selection. Yes. And then next I have my clips, as the metal, you know, those clanky clips. I'll probably insert a picture right here. I just don't cut it. They're a hassle.
I do want to mention that I got these clips for very cheap, but they do like slide off very easily and loosen over time, but you get what you paid for. They do the job.
And the next thing that I have here is the Benchmark from MB Slingshot, the only product worthy of my money. This guy's pretty big. Why do I have it? I have it because I want to be as like secure on the bench as much as possible. And the benches at our gyms, they're kind of slippery. And that just goes for almost any bench. You know, on competition day, I chalk up my back, you know, so that I'm like pretty stuck to the bench. But obviously, I'm not going to be chalking up my back for every bench gym session. Like, it's just, it makes a mess. I don't want to dirty my shirt. I already dirtied my shirt on squat, so I don't want to keep doing that. So, the Benchmark just holds me. My back doesn't slide. I don't, you know, slip or nothing like that. I'm just stuck. You know, this is the same way that I set up. It's the same way that I'm going to end, and that's how I want, you know, my sets to go. I don't want to have to struggle with setting up, and then when it's a heavy weight, you know, I just, you know, I loosen up everywhere, and then it's just, you know, you fail, right? You fail a rep because you slipped. If you guys don't want to, you know, wait and order one, I know that some people use the kitchen mesh. I don't even know what they are, liners. I have no idea. I will go ahead and insert a picture in. I guess these are just as good as using a benchmark. You're welcome. And then the next item that I will be showing you guys is my tripod. So we got this guy on Amazon. It had a remote to record for your iPhone camera, because it Bluetooth to your iPhone, and then you'd be able to use it for your camera to press record, like if you're far or whatnot, but you don't really need it. At least I don't think so. I think I lost it too, so rest in peace. This tripod, I'll try to find the link for it. It's called Fujitec. I don't fucking know how to say it. So it's really basic. You just untighten this little guy right here, and then you pull it down, and then you just relock it, you know, like so. Then you can extend it, and then you can just keep extending it, and then you can extend it even more. So yeah, it's pretty simple, right? Extension is pretty simple, straightforward. And then this guy, you can do, you can record your camera like this, or you can just push it up and then screw it to the side, and then you can record your camera like this. Yeah, and then you can tighten this thingy, right, like this, like that. And then you can also, right, flip this guy to make it longer. If you have a bigger phone or a smaller phone, you make it tighter. Yeah, so pretty basic, pretty straightforward. It's really handy. Why do I have a tripod? Because when I like to record my videos, I like to reevaluate form to see progress over time, right? I'll save my videos and I'll go back to 3 weeks ago and see how 275 on squat felt opposed to today, you know what I mean? So it's good to always be keeping track of your progress. And then I also send my videos to my coach so that he can evaluate and tell me, like, what did I do, how did I do, and stuff like that. So yeah, and then next thing that I have, well, right now I'm showing you guys kind of like accessories. I have my Bluetooth wireless Beats Solo 3s. Yeah, just the matte black ones. They're pretty solid on the head. On deadlifts, sometimes they slip when I bob my head down. But so far, these are really good. You can probably run in these and they won't slip off your head or anything like that. Really good. They're small. Have kind of small ears, so they're fine for me. I'm gonna show you, like, just call them body tools. So I have this hip band that is actually my brother's, but we took it from him. It is the Elite FTS hip band or whatever. You just put it on your legs, and you can use it to warm up your glutes, do some lunges, or, you know, do whatever you need to do with this thing, you know. Yeah, so I have that. And then I use this guy every single time I pull up to the gym. Let me just tell you why you need this. Everybody needs a band like this. When you pull up to the gym and you're going to lift, you shouldn't be stretching. You shouldn't be like stretching like this, you know, stretching and pulling on your muscles like this, you know, doing the touch your toes for 10 minutes and stuff like that, like those type of stretches. You can't be doing that, okay? Let me tell you why. Because that loosens up the muscles, right? It stretches them. Now, when you're lifting 315 pounds, right? Or how do you pull something? Because the muscle is stretching, correct? So you don't want to pre-stretch it and then go into, like, doing a deadlift or a squat or whatever. You're putting your muscles in a vulnerable, weak position when you stretch like that. So let me just tell you, you can stretch like dynamic stretches. So you want to do resistance training in the beginning of whatever the heck you're pulling or pushing, you know, or squatting, whatever. So this is a staple. You can do so many dynamic stretches. You can do so many things with this. Warm up, you know, just take your time, you know, make sure you're always rolling out and stretching in the morning and in the night or after your training session. Don't stretch or like intensely roll out right when you're about to jump into an exercise. Don't do that. It's probably one of the worst things that you can do to your body. You're just asking for an injury. I'm just telling you guys from experience, don't do those things very last minute. You're gonna feel like shit. I always take my tennis ball to the gym. Sometimes we have situations where something is just hurting really bad and it just feels knotted, right? Yeah, so sometimes when I just feel like I have something very knotted, I will just kind of like just jam this guy in, you know, like put it against the wall, and then I'll just like stretch it on the wall, you know, whatever it is that I need to. You don't always want to use this thing before a workout, right? But I always use my tennis ball 2 hours before I hit the gym. So that way, you know, I'm refreshed and ready to go. Sometimes my glute, my piriformis will start just feeling like it's bulging or something, you know, and I just sometimes need to get my tennis ball and just jam whatever I couldn't get out earlier, and it just causes a slight relief, but I'm just gonna hammer myself again, so it's kind of like it's a slight relief, is a slight workaround. Next thing I'm going to show you guys is my Zone smelling salts. Now I do have a discount code that you guys can go ahead and use. I will put it up. If you guys do want to get your own bottle, they have a lot of different types to choose from. There's like the lighter version. This is probably one of their craziest. I'm not sure which their strongest is, but this is one of them. Sometimes on those days where I need to kind of pull my head out and pull something, you know, kind of heavy for me, I pop out this guy and I just shake it up, you know, and then I open her up and then I just get a whiff, just kind of like stick my head in there, you know. It's really, really good. It's super handy. It wakes me up and kind of is just that slap in the face you need to kind of just get in the zone. They do recommend smelling salts if you guys want to have something to kind of just hype you up, you know, when you're not feeling too well. So that is basically it, besides my hairbrush and hair clip or hair ties that I have in my gym bag. I hope you guys found this useful, and maybe you guys will purchase some of these items. Let me know if you guys did and it helped you. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope this helped you guys get better understandings of some things and implementing new things and whatnot. Please subscribe to me if you are not. Don't forget to like this video, share, and if you guys want to be updated for the next time that I post, you guys can go ahead and turn on the bell notifications. Hey you guys, I will be seeing y'all in the next video.